Now Jackson on first down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This nigga done threw another fucking interception.
So from Cowboy
God
territory,
damn, you can't throw a mid route.
At the 39-yard line. Again, Jackson. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're
so the gameplay is different too. It's like using the turbo and all that shit.
Defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Josh. Gotcha.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
All right, look at the game. I put it up in the group. Y'all still play y'all first half?
Completion, they would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a little stop shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Oh, what a juke into space.
Yeah, slowly.
Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of when they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Yeah, it looked different from him.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's crazy, man.
Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive.
And he'll take it into the end zone.
All them people right there.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken
I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, you doing it like this?
It's always been dangerous, especially
You doing it
Jack
like that?
short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Yeah, that's how you got the, and I ain't gonna say that's how you got, but yeah, that's how you got the 14.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so
2 fucking pick sixes.
4 yards.
On the same fucking route.
Oh man, that's put 12 points right there.
The line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Cowboys 7,
I know I ran for almost 300 yards last week. Dude, the Cowboys, I think I beat them 50-13 or something.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, Jackson.
Oh, look at
He goes
He
full
can't do too much
extension,
of
and he's got it. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. Jackson now off the bootleg. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson brought in left side by Snead. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense is
Come
playing
on,
thus far.
God
They've yet to allow
damn.
this offense to get on
you.
track in this one.
Special
It's
teams.
the punter Cook who sends it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run
Who the fuck is that?
Now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing
that's
of
Owen.
them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Oh! Oh, man, he got hit. Yeah, he got hit throwing the ball.
Off at his own 47, and he's able to get it back to
That's
the
my boy.
41-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
They got it thrown out. I'm about to do it.
That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, I'll tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he'll be hit and drop for a loss at the 5-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football.
But you're exactly right. How it was like this playing stuff.
And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
James Prochet. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Aldon Smith, the former number 7 pick, gets the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And going deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Ravens.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And his throws going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 39-yard line.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And he's got Snead. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Jackson now. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Come on, let's go. J.K. Dobbins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he knocks it through.
That ties the game at 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Looking sideline, incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for